7, 8, and 9 shards, gems, and stones. That's almost a run. Eight of Wands and Judgment. Online Judgment. Okay, so I just did a reading for like within. Now this is more like relating. To the world or others. I feel like there's some quick judgment coming in that you're picking up on. But the 7 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Swords is like protecting space for inner work and messages around security, financial security. 7 of Pentacles. Waiting for something to come in, a new idea. High Priestess and the Judgment. There might be something that needs to be discerned, cut off, in order to tap into the subconscious. And the Magician, power again. Power to control your reality. 3 of Wands is through setting out intentions and plans. Making lists or visualizing something. Being quiet within with the 2 of Swords or stones as well. Magician and Temperance. So balancing, that balancing act of the 2 of Stones while allowing this power to just come in, because we've already done the work to some degree. Something's already been put out there to be judged. My 8 of Wands is like also online card, especially if the world shows up to clarify that. So, okay, I'm going to be back in a quick minute. It's 4:22. Okay, I'm back. Where were we? So, something being almost ready to be revealed here. With the Ace of Stones. Some new something coming in. I'm going to just do another deck here. Okay. So the 7, 8, 9 and the King of Gems, which is almost like the 10 of Pentacles. 3 of Wands, Judgment, and the High Priestess. King of Swords. King of Swords and the Ace of Wands under the High Priestess, both in reverse. King of Gems over here, Six of Wands, something that is something to show, something to celebrate, something something to show out of this. Wealth, protection, work, hard work, protection. A lot of strain and a lot of thoughts. Seven of Pentacles, which is just the same as this right here. It's like a waiting. It's not a doing as much as a being receptive and open to something from above or beyond. Around this solid foundation, positive reputation, holding on a lot of a wealth of internal knowledge and suffering. I mean, Nine of Swords, it could be worry, concern, a lot of concerns. That's nice. The Hermit with the High Priestess and Judgment over this Ace of Wands and the King of Swords says taking time to go within around something that needs to be looked at in the world. There's the World card, justifying or confirming the Eight of Wands as online. That's my online judgment over the High Priestess being over the King of Swords upside down and the Ace of Wands upside down, which is like a fiery, old, stubborn person or energy, teacher, or way of thinking. Could just be stubborn, a stubborn way of thinking, and there's a new way to see something that you've seen before. So we're waiting in this protected space with these stones of concern. Something is going to come in, or this movement of just kind of doing your work, puttering, being at peace, calm, doing things that you enjoy doing while you're waiting for this something new to come in. Hold tight. Be at peace. Find your stability and stillness. This is feeling like this is something we don't want, is that, but I pulled it because it wanted to be there. The Three of Swords, again, sitting with this disappointment. Balancing it with, holding it without letting it go. Excuse me? What does that mean? I mean, tempering it. That means sitting with feelings or emotions or stories, or getting away from stories and just sitting with temperance. If disappointment or thoughts come up, it's just holding without moving. Letting it naturally come to its own conclusion by tapping into this space where you can hold and exchange an old story for a new story. Something comes in through this holding space. Some inner teacher. The Hermit, the Hierophant, the Queen of Swords is is in that receptive space through making a peaceful place. Peaceful, quiet. Six of Swords, the Hermit, the High Priestess, the Magician are all like working within on this, on thoughts that are coming in through through having walked away from something. Three of, what was something you always kind of like knew was going to happen. Every no in one direction is a yes in another direction. It's definitely like a lot has already happened. A lot has already been done. So the point of this reading today is about resting, maintaining space. And the Two of Swords again, which is this stillness, holding whatever thoughts come up, even if they're not, even if they seem to be coming out of nowhere and they're not, just not judging them. Holding them with the High Priestess energy and these Queen, receptive, in control energies. We are receiving. Okay, that feels good and done. To me, just confirming for today that it's a good day to rest and be still. I guess I want to just enjoy this so much, the process of being still. This is my work. This is my part of the process of me unwinding and getting quiet, is looking at the cards, reading. So I want a central theme for that, which I've left 2 blank cards in this Archeo deck by Nick Bantock, which is so much fun. Because the blank cards for me tell me you have everything you need already. You don't need anything else. But what do we like? We like cards. We like playing with them. So I'm going to bring out 2 more. The Alchemist and Star Climber. Oops, and I had that deck upside down. Let's turn these around. Even though nothing else is needed here, but I'm going to go ahead and give a little reading on these 2 cards here. I'm going to just read these definitions, Star Climber and the Alchemist. Here we go. Attribute. The Star Climber places a ladder against the night sky and begins his ascent to heavens. His intention is to reach beyond the mortal limits of gravity and explore infinite possibilities of human consciousness. As he ascends, he looks down on everything below and is rewarded with an understanding of his purpose. Persona. He's climbing towards a particular star, a beacon in the heavens that is forever moving yet always fixed. The further the Star Climber travels, the more alone he becomes. But for him, isolation is a small price to pay for the reward. Once aloft, the sense of replenishment and restoration are too powerful to ignore. He has exchanged the mundane for a journey into the mystic, and he is content with his choice. Lots of mystic mystery waiting to be realized through leaving behind the worries and judgments, or allowing new judgments. Alchemist, a tribute. The alchemist has the capacity to open your eyes and show you beyond the mundane to the great window that looks out on the unfolding universe. His is a spiritual philosophy, a pursuit of eternal life found by living in a state of constant wonder and presence. And by the way, I don't know if I read all of the Star Climber, because I didn't turn the page and there's more on the other page, usually. And then there's also a story that goes along with it, which I'm not going to read today, but this is a very nice book that comes with these cards. Persona, enlightened alchemy, just like the Hierophant and the High Priestess, the Magician, the Hermit, all these things we have under here. Lots of queens. Enlightened alchemy is and always has been the search for truth, not a pseudo-scientific hunt for wealth. In its purest form, it expresses itself as a quest for eternal life in the form of unified opposites. Because a true wealth comes from a state of understanding, knowing, or being in this state of trust and being able to walk away from things in the world. Because that's not where the true alchemy or wealth comes from. The gold is from the space, the awareness, through knowing what to hold on to, what to let go of, and not settling. Letting go of what doesn't serve. There's no chasing after that. Holding your space. Okay. And so the alchemist searches with diligence, leaving no periodic table unturned, striving to look beyond his peripheral vision. In a narrow alleyway, he stares up at the flecks of dust that float within the shaft of light. He considers these microcosmic specks that mirror 100 million worlds, each as meaningful a reality as the one we trade in. His thoughts wander. He tries to grasp the fleeting notion that he's standing on such a dust fleck. But his vision of hermetic rebellion against the mundane cannot be contained in daily language. Returning to his chamber, he draws a convoluted diagram of oscillating symbols that revolve around a golden dream. He's a visionary, and as such, is a threat to comfortable thought. Powerful institutions, including the state and the church, demonize his predecessors, their vested interest directed toward suppressing contrary thought. Yet he has survived isolation and contrived misrepresentation to instruct us in the parallel ways of worldly comprehension. Beautiful. All right. I think I'm happy with that. We'll leave it there. Okay, until next time.